Is that the one you came up with?
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns.
Now I keep forgetting this, so hopefully this will help me remind me. Now follow finger, apple tree, trunk, fresh cut branches last summer. Now look at the way the branches, the new ones, go straight up. Hopefully in the daytime, the pear tree, sorry, this is the apple, the other one's the pear tree. The new branches are here. I hope you can see how straight they are. A bit closer. There we go. Can you see now? Now I am below. But just look how straight up they go, the new branches. It's only when they get weight that they start to descend. Can you see? But what is causing that to go up? Do you never question these small things? So a big tree behind here, untampered probably for at least a bit, ever by the looks of it, but possibly. See up here, and they just get smaller and smaller and smaller towards the edges. Okay, but they all follow a sort of path of up, out, up. But look what happens when you cut them unnaturally. Ba-boom! Look how much they explode. Straight up. Not worrying about gravity or I don't know, maybe it's the sun. Some things keep occurring to me when I look at these new fresh cut branches. And I just have to document it for myself. Very cool. You'd almost think that was hanging, wouldn't you? Who knows?
Come on now. Knowing that the Earth was a globe did not make this a better place, did not make people better in them of themselves, in their attitude towards each other. We know now that God didn't work. This idea of worship of a being that may or may not come and help you, it didn't work. It's time for a better idea, a better way. Perhaps we should look to ourselves rather than to outside objectivities and subjectivities. Perhaps it's time we looked within ourselves for a better future. Do you understand? Stop worshipping the earth. Stop worshipping God. These things have been tried and tested and do not work. Stop wasting your time, please.
Let's try that again. Trying to do a million things at once. So, birthdays, bad arms, dinner, fish and chips, nothing exciting. Bit Monge too. So, the deaf, dumb and blind kid sure can play some mean pinball. Look, come on. Do people really think that before all the books and stuff, there was when the ancient people wrote their tales of the gods and you know, the ant people, whatever, when they made up all their stories about how the universe worked, they didn't know. But do you think that meant they had any less of a fulfilling life? Do you really think knowing whether this is flat or round made any difference to the thousands of years before any knowledge was gathered, when people just lived simply where they were, hunting and gathering? You think that mattered? You think anybody did not make it to heaven because they did not know where they were? I keep hearing people talking about the materialistic foundations of the earth, and yet for me, my foundations are shrouded in mystery now. Unless someone else has taken down the details, I will now never know who my great-great-great-grandparents were. You understand? But that doesn't change who I am. In the same way, my grandfather could be Genghis fucking Khan. That doesn't mean I have to be Genghis Khan. Do you understand? This place where we live could be fucking twisted around like a barber shop advert. And would it make any difference? It could be a ball suspended within a container under great pressure. Does it make any difference? There could be a land of milk and honey just over the horizon there. Does that make any difference to how you live your life? To how you project yourself to others? Does it make any difference to the legacy you leave behind? Are you just leaving behind more questions? Are you leaving behind more confusion? Are you leaving behind some sort of settled foundation of, this is me, you are you, we came from them? I can see what people are saying, but before boats and people were just stuck in Africa, did it make any difference to how they lived, how they perceived each other and this world? Did it make it a better or worse place because they did not know? Again, for myself, I think it's the cliche they've thrown at us. I think it goes in cycles. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes there's loads of life, sometimes there's hardly any. But as the label they put on that, that's God's handiwork, and we can do nothing about that. They will have you think that they can control the weather. And maybe they can over small areas. But to control the whole Earth's weather? Sorry, not doable. Do you really believe that a deaf, dumb and blind child that is well looked after, loved and cared for cannot have a fulfilling life, or would not be welcome in God's kingdom? For myself, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Bullshit. You're all saying that we need to know. I need to know. You need to know what? Do you need to know who your great-great-grandparents were to live your life? Do you need to know whether this is a ball or a flat plane to live your life? I don't think it matters a diddly fucking squat to the people of the Kalahari. Do you understand? I don't think those two birds on the tree over there give a shit. They will live, they will breed, they will die. And in the process they will pick up seeds and pass it on, shit out soil for new seeds to grow in. And they couldn't care less about the shape of the earth or who their great-great-grandparents were. We can know somewhat of these things. They are not the be-all and end-all. And we should not live our lives by it. This is where the idol worship comes into everything. You are idolising the earth because you believe it has something physical to worship. It is not that you cannot worship God. It is that you just can't. You cannot draw something you cannot perceive. God would be like the one-sided shape. I don't know anyone that knows how to draw a one-sided shape.
closest people can get is a line, which is of at best 2 dimensions. If there is something afterwards, then for me it doesn't matter about that. For me, what matters is that there are corrupt people, keep saying it, lording it over us all, and you all want to go exploring. You all want to idol worship the earth. The very thing you are raging against everybody, people idol worshipping government, statism. What are you all doing in your belief, in your knowledge of searching for the truth of the earth? What does it matter? What does it matter when people are suffering? I might be in the minority with this, that's just the way it goes. Alright? But no, it's not up for debate, and I ain't going to be there to listen to people talk about this stuff. Alright? There's far more important things, and you can disagree with that as much as you want. Alright? I wish you all well, I wish you all luck. I do feel like I'm fighting a losing battle on YouTube. New tactics may well be needed. And as always, I will do it my way. Peace and love. So, here we go again. This idea that if you do not have a firm understanding of this place, you cannot live a fulfilling life. Let me ask you, do you think books, knowledge, all this information about stars